morning, Richmond High. My name is Natalie, and this is the Wookie News coming at you.
Buenos días, Richmond High. Mi nombre es Lucy y estas son las noticias semanales. As the year comes to a close, there is a new beginning. The district announced the hiring of Cheryl Cotton as our new superintendent, and the first African American woman to hold the top position in the district. As a WCCUSD graduate, Cotton said she is excited to return to help guide the district who modeled who she is today. She held various roles at the California Department of Education, a leadership role at Albany Unified School District, and the Contra Costa County Office of Education. Cotton is replacing Dr. Kenneth Chris Hurst, who retired in October 2024. He was paid $306,904.60 in 2023, according to Transparent California.
Al finalizar el año hay un nuevo comienzo. El distrito anunció la contratación de Cheryl Cotton como nuestra nueva superintendente, la primera mujer afroamericana en ocupar el puesto más alto del distrito. Como egresada del WCCUSD, Cotton expresó su entusiasmo por regresar para ayudar a guiar al distrito que la forjó hoy. Ocupó diversos cargos en el Departamento de Educación de California, un puesto de liderazgo en el Distrito Escolar Unificado de Albany y en la Oficina de Educación del Condado de Contra Costa. Cotton reemplazó al Dr. Kenneth Chris Hurst, quien se jubiló en octubre de 2024. En 2023, según Transparente California, recibió un salario de $306,904.60. Our media seniors recently presented their senior defense, which this year was to create a short video documentary. Let's take a look at a few of them.
Nuestros estudiantes del último año del periodismo presentaron recientemente su proyecto final, que este año consistió en crear un video documental corto. Vemos algunos ejemplos.
Mooney, a beloved Richmond High law teacher, is retiring after working here for 25 years. Mooney is a loved teacher in the community who has been the law lead on numerous occasions, and he's a mock trial mentor. Mooney specializes in forensic science and the courtroom.
What was your first impression of Mr. Mooney?
You know that one character in Wreck-It Ralph, the bald one, the villain?
Yes.
That one. That's what he reminded me of, but he was like a sweeter version of that.
Has your opinion changed over the years?
Yes, he's like turned into this sassy man who's like so smart, but he's just really sassy, but he's so sweet. I love him.
What is your favorite memory here at Richmond High?
A lot of them take place right here in this room. This is our, Law Academy courtroom. If you look around, we got like a mock trial history on the back wall there, going all the way back to 2005. This courtroom's been in 3 different places in the school, but it's been here for the longest. And, doing mock trial, both competitive with the county league and also doing it in classes and stuff has been really fun for me. I think it's been really good for the students who have done it. So that's always fun. But it's also fun to do forensic science, fun class. We use this courtroom as a crime scene. We put a dead body back there in the corner, blood spatter everywhere, little clues around that they have to figure out, fingerprints they gotta lift. That's fun too. I don't know, just day-to-day stuff when kids seem to actually be learning stuff. I'm gonna miss having students to work with and teach and learn from myself. They surprise me every year. Kids are just fun, amazing kids. And honestly, you can find adults everywhere, but you don't find high school kids except in a high school, and that's kind of a fun part of this school. I do love all of the teachers that I know here. They've been great professional people that I've also learned a lot from. People in my academy, I'm gonna miss them. Well, there's a lot to miss.
Mr. Mooney may be quiet at times, but he's very, very funny. He has that quiet, kind of sarcastic humor, and he runs very deep, yes. My favorite story was the very first one. When I got hired by the Law Academy, it was in June, so school was ending, and I thought, okay, I'll come back in August when school starts. But instead, the very next weekend, he took me to a training seminar in the city held by the State Bar of California for how you teach law classes to high school students. And so all of a sudden, I'm with this person I just met who I'm kind of scared of a little bit, and it's like my first job teaching, and we're going to this thing on BART, and then we're at these classes all day, and then he sits with me and he's giving me all this information. But he was so kind, and he was, was helping me and helping me figure out what I should do. And then at the end of the day, it was like, okay, you know everything now, you can go teach. It's like, wow, a lot of information, and then go shine, go be a good teacher.
Education Pathways was started, I think the idea came from a couple of teachers. I remember Miss Shaka being one of the original people that thought about bringing this pathway to the school. But the idea is providing classes and curriculum that teach students about the teaching profession, and just show them what sort of careers are open in the field of not just career education to become teachers, but also like child development and anything that is related to that. Currently, there are 4 classes. There's actually 5. The first class is called Careers in Teaching. That in that class is like an overview of what the career is like, and then there's a component where we go to the elementary schools to have the students have the experience of being in the classroom and helping the teachers. Then there's a dual enrollment class, which is actually 2 classes, one in the fall, one in the spring. It's called Child Growth and Development, and the second one is Child, Family, and Community. Both of those classes are taught by a professor from Contractors College. And then there's a 4th class, which is like a summer class, where they learn about how to make curriculum, which also pairs them to work with the YMCA.
Ya que se puede aprender mucho de cómo tratar con los niños más pequeños y entender mejor cómo fue nuestro crecimiento.
¿Y qué habilidades crees que has obtenido de tu experiencia en esta clase?
Creo que en esta clase he aprendido a tratar de mejor manera con los niños, a comprender, ya que pues a veces ellos no entienden ciertas como qué acción está mal y qué acción está buena, y a comprender mejor eso y tratar de mejorar en eso.
¿Y crees que esta clase te va a ayudar después de la prepa?
Creo que sí me va a ayudar después, ya que según vaya creciendo, sí hay circunstancias en las que la vida nos pone a veces con cualquier cosa que uno aprendió en el pasado, y creo que cuando tenga una familia también me va a ayudar demasiado en eso.
Dancing since I was 5. I've been dancing a long time, 30 years for sure. Richmond is my home. I grew up in Richmond. Even though I was born in Oklahoma, I was raised in Richmond. So it just made sense to be able to give back to my community. And I am very familiar with the students at Richmond High. Students like students at Richmond High. I've been teaching quite a while in the public schools. So I'm happy to be here in my hometown. Work ethic. Definitely work ethic. So work ethic is how you approach life, how you approach a subject, how you approach your work. How do you enter into a dance class? And those types of skills are what we call transferable skills. Transferable skills are things you can take from the dance class to the real world. So that's what I want my students to know. Oh my goodness. My favorite things about the students here at Richmond High is their inquisitiveness. Like they ask things, they ask questions, and also their creativity. We're in the midst of a performance right now, and I'm seeing the students really shine. They're really coming out with their own ideas. So I think that what's really nice is to see that the students are like self-directed in their creativity. They have lots of ideas, and it's fun to work with students like that.
I've been dancing for about 12, 11 years, around that time frame. So when I was younger, I used to watch Michael Jackson a lot, and I was really fascinated with his movements. And from there, I would just do like Just Dance, Michael Jackson Experience, and yeah.
As many of you may know, Richmond High will be remodeled soon. This has been a topic for years but is now becoming a reality. Our reporters went to capture more on the story. Let's take a look at what they got.
Como muchos de ustedes saben, Richmond High será remodelado pronto. Este ha sido un tema por años, pero por fin se está haciendo realidad. Nuestros reporteros fueron a capturar más sobre esta historia.
What's the budget for the remodeling?
So the original number was $279 million. And so we are splitting that with Kennedy High School.
What is the goal of the remodel?
Our first building was in 1907. They remodeled it in the 70s. And so since then, this building has not been remodeled. And so while it's a cool building, not too many schools look like ours, it is definitely time to build something newer for our community.
What can we expect for the sports community?
Changing up the gym a little bit so that it is more conducive to have like games that can seat on both sides. The locker room is going to be changed just a little bit as well.
Will it include more or less classes?
It's going to be about the same. I think what it will include more of are spaces that are specific for things like a health lab. Our music department is going to actually have a music studio. So right now we've kind of made those things into from using classrooms. So like the mock trial room is an actual classroom, right? But the new building is actually going to have labs and spaces that are designed for those things.
So what's the vision for Richmond High?
So the goal is to somewhat give us a new building. So actually starting this summer, we're going to start construction, or pre-construction is what they call it. The first thing they're going to do is build a brand new 2-story building, and that's going to be where our staff parking lot is, or where the health center is, all the way to the front lobby. So starting next school year, the front lobby will not be the front lobby anymore. They're going to start building a 2-story building there. Once they finish the 2-story building, they're actually going to demolish all of the 300s. So that's going to be gone, and all of that will become a drive-in area and some front parking lot. And so the front office will be where Mr. Mooney's class used to be. That will actually be part of like the front office. And so as I mentioned earlier, everything inside, like that will come off. That's all going to be outdoors. It's going to be in a courtyard. And our cafeteria will actually move over here where like the science building is and the quad is. So you can actually get lunch outside.
And where will the health and wellness center be placed?
It's in the 2-story building.
Will it also be upgraded and,
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a brand new building. Once you guys look at the designs, there's actually like little breakout rooms. There's going to be gender neutral bathrooms throughout the whole school, right? So it's actually going to be up to date, and I think it's going to look really modern.
The vision is for every classroom to have the best technology, the best, enough outlets for all of your computers, to have good air quality, to have windows, to bring you into the 21st century as you are more than entitled and should have. Each academy will have a wing, so all your law classes will be in one area, all your health, better science labs, more conference spaces. Like right now, there's not enough space for your high school teachers to meet together. Like we have to sit in the cafeteria where the acoustics are terrible. The seats are uncomfortable. Can you imagine being in there for 2 hours for a meeting? No, it sucks.
When will construction start?
Construction will start this summer. So you'll remain in the building. The office will come forward. There'll be a more welcoming facade in the front, because right now, it's just brick and stucco. It's not attractive. So ideally, we'll have better flow, so you won't have that huge line of traffic on 23rd Street.
What are your contributing factors to the committee?
To make sure that this school does not get shortchanged, that we get everything we're entitled to. It should be built to hold 1,500 students. I don't think Kennedy should have the same amount of money since they only have 800 students. So I'm barking about that kind of thing.
Graduation is coming up very soon. We hope our seniors had a beautiful 4 years of high school and that those memories will last them a lifetime. With that, let's take a look at our senior sign out.
La graduación se acerca muy pronto. Esperamos que nuestros estudiantes de último año hayan tenido 4 hermosos años de preparatoria y que esos recuerdos les duren toda la vida. Con esto, echemos un vistazo al cierre de sesión de nuestro senior.
Hello Media Academy, my name is Astrid Castillo.
Hi, my name is Giselle Reyes.
My name is Leslie Castillo.
My name is Isabella Banda. Being a part of the Media Academy for 4 years have taught us that media will forever hold treasurable memories.
With that, we decided to create something that would be memorable for our class of 2025.
And what better way than having them sign out to showcase leaving this chapter and entering a new chapter.
Apart from the sign-outs, we included some interviews where some seniors will give us insight in
their favorite memory of being a senior,
their favorite memory of RHS,
and what they will miss from high school.
Well, enough talking from us. I hope you all enjoy our video class of 2025.
Waving goodbye. No, I get so forgetful when I look in your eyes. Now she's walking backward through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadow, blocking the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. She gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and
Now let's hear some senior experiences and advice.
Oh, what is your favorite memory of senior year?
Probably one of my EPA field trips or the Disneyland field trip with the band.
Why were those trips fun for you?
I was with my best friend right before she graduated from the band, and it was really fun being with her for 2 days and just being with my friends, like rooming with them and playing Cards Against Humanity until 2 a.m. was one of my favorite memories, and hanging out with the band. Yeah.
What will you miss from RHS?
My friends and my college counselor, Miss Angie.
What advice would you give to a junior that's going to be a senior next year?
Definitely plan out your schedule and what you want to achieve, because you will get senioritis.
What's your favorite memory of senior year?
I think my favorite memory of senior year was just memories I had with band. Most of the people there are close friends, so whenever we would play together, like competitions, that would be my favorite memory, especially when we won first place in one of the competitions not too long ago.
What will you miss from RHS?
I think I'm gonna miss the people. I met some pretty good people around here, especially teachers too. I'll miss you, Mr. Lamake. Nah, I'm playing. What's it called? I'll definitely miss the opportunities too. I don't think I'll have those, especially playing with like a jazz band when I did. So yeah, that's gonna be one of the things I miss.
And what advice would you give to a junior that's going to be a senior next year?
Honestly, just make friends. It's not that hard. The people here are really open. Even if people seem mean and like reserved, they're really not. Especially with teachers, be friends with teachers because they'll let you slide with a lot of things and like give you a lot of benefits. And it'll just be easier. The more connections you make in school, the easier school is.
What's your favorite memory of being a senior?
I think it was probably being over economics and going into financial literacy. I really like that because it was a really easy class.
What is one thing you'll miss from RHS?
One thing I'll miss is probably the teachers. I really like my teachers.
Why do you like your teachers?
I like my teachers because I think they've actually like helped me grow as a person. They've helped me mature. I think I was like coming in. Everyone comes in like a little dumb, a little not educated.
What advice would you give to a junior that's going to be a senior next year?
I would advise that they don't take a free period unless you have like a job or something, because I think, well, if you want to go to college, you shouldn't take a free period because it would make you look more competitive. Also, don't take hard APs if you know that you won't pass.
What is your favorite memory of your senior year?
My favorite memory of senior year is senior dish day, because we ain't come to school.
What will you miss from RHS?
The food,
Why the food?
because when I was really hungry, it was always there for me.
What advice would you give to a junior that's going to be a senior next year?
Stay locked in. Do your work.
We hope you all enjoyed watching our broadcast video this year. We put all of our time, effort, love, and many sleepless nights into making each video. As a team, we would like to give our thanks to Mr. Morotti for putting up with us every week and teaching us every skill we learned to produce these videos. There were many ups and downs, but it was all worth it in the end. Thank you all for watching. This is the 2024-2025 Oil League broadcast team signing off. Goodbye, Richmond High.
Cristian, agáchate. Bye. Es que Cristian y su cabezón. She's right there, Isabella. Ya compórtate.
Wait, why do you guys have it like that?
I hate Giselle so much.
It's hard to
Just kidding, I love you, Giselle.
Can you share the script with me? I want to add a quick story. It's in there?
My God.
Bro, I was holding. You saw how hard I was holding on to that?
Adios.
Goodbye, Richmond High.
Goodbye. Goodbye. I didn't even come out.